everyone, I'm Needlecraft Annie and I'm here for flosstube number 41. Today I have my whip updates and I have a new rotation, kind of. And yeah, I'm starting with the new rotation. As I told you last time, I want to continue stitching on my focus piece as a focus piece, but on the same time, or at the same time, still focusing on all my other projects because I have a lot of them and I want to stitch on all of them. So therefore I decided I'm going to stitch on one project for 2 days, one of my full coverage projects, whatever I feel like stitching. Thereafter I have 1 day on my focus project, 2 days on a third project, another day on my focus project. And then normally there should be my non-full coverage day. So on non-full coverage days, I'm stitching on the other projects anyways, one I'm showing you in a second. And on those non-full coverage days, I'm going to either complete any goals that I did not reach during the 2-day rotation I had on my projects, or if I feel like I want to reach another goal on my focus piece, I'm going to stitch on that one. Or I might even stitch on 2 different projects because I want to reach some goals on both of them. Or I might take a complete different one just because I want to. That might be one I'm planning on to stitch on during the next week for a 2-day rotation and I want to get a head start. Or I just want to stitch on something I haven't stitched on for a while and want to take 1 day to stitch on that one. And maybe don't want to stitch on for 2 whole days in a row. So that one would be the Supersize Max Color Once Upon a Fairy Tale, the Heaven and Earth design project I have by Amy Stewart, where it's super confetti heavy and I want to get some progress in because till the end of the year I want to get 16,010 stitches. But it's just really hard for me to get my daily stitch count of 630. So that one would be a project that I might stitch on during non-full coverage days. Yeah, this week I already tried that rotation and I'm going to show you in a bit. Today is my non-full coverage stitching day. So today I'm going to stitch on Temperature Garden by Stitchmaynia. This one is the project I'm always stitching on my non-full coverage day. Last Monday was another non-full coverage stitching day, but I was still with Stitchmaynia or Monogomaynia, so I stitched on this one on Wednesday. Yeah, and I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So I finished the Mayflower and I started with June. As I told you, I stitched on Wednesday, but I stitched so late on Wednesday, it was already after midnight, so I could already stitch the Wednesday petal in there as well. It got super warm, really amazing. It was the brightest color I stitched so far with 28 degrees Celsius. As I said, I'm going to stitch on it today. I will have to get my blues out again. It got cold. It got really cold. But that's fine. At least I get a bit more color. Yeah, that's that one. I'm hoping that during June there will be more of those yellow days and maybe there will be even some red. Yeah, that's Temperature Garden. As I said, today I will be stitching on that one. So next Monday when you see it, there will be a bit of progress, but I won't be caught up because, yeah, I will stitch on it next Monday again. Okay, let's move to my full cut. No, first let's do treble stitching. I had only 1 day of treble stitching, but it was a good day. So for treble stitching, I'm using the Grimm's Fairy Tale Cell by Clouds Factory. Part 6 has been released last week and I have already shown you what it's going to look like, but I'll show you again. that's what it's going to look like when all 6 parts that are yet released are done. Part 6 is this one over here with Upon a Time, LMN, and this part over here. And I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So first the whole piece, and I bring it a bit closer. I did the upon, started with some of the border elements over here, and then I took the color I needed for the O and N, and nearly completed it cross country. My thread ran out. I think I'm missing 5 stitches down here for those for the hands of the children. But I did all of this color in the houses and in the faces over here. So next time I'm planning on stitching with some more color. So yeah, that's that one. Oh, I did not tell you what I'm stitching though. This one is a 16 count Ada by Picture This Plus in the colorway Jade. The needle minder is from Just Sue Heavenly, and I'm stitching it with 2/1 in the called for DMC and Weeks dye works. And just to complete everything, Temperature Garden is stitched on a 28 count even weave 1/1 full cross. Okay, that's that one. Now let's move into full coverage. I have shown you both projects I wanted to stitch on during last week, and I did stitch on both of them. I started off with Colorado Mountains by Golden Kate. That's what that's going to look like when it's done, and I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So I finished 2 more columns over here. Last time I talked to you, I was thinking 2 columns might get me a page finish. That wasn't true. I still need 2 more columns to actually get the page finish. I feathered into the next column and page when the color had a long, when there were a lot of symbols next to each other the same way, and I needed to stitch with that color for more than 20 stitches, something like that. I actually did and came into the next page because this page I'm presently on is page 3 and there's 12 stitches left. And I think up here I'm in the next page, and somewhere I parked, I think this thread down here is already parked in the next one. So yeah, I am with parts into the next page, and I think I might come back to this one quite soon to actually finish the page, and then I might move down here on to this page. This one is stitched on a 25 count 2/1 10 stitch, and the needle minder is from Dankai Designs. And so far I'm really happy. Those were actually 2 quite fast columns because it's only sky, it's only a few colors for this piece. If you look down here where I parked for the mountains, that's a bit more confetti heavy than it is over here. So yeah, really happy with this one and how it turns out. And I can't wait to stitch some more on it. So that's that one. And I'm packing it away. So I have a bit more tidy space up here. So last time we talked, I stitched on my focus piece. Then I stitched 2 days on this one, another day on my focus piece, and then I moved 2 days on the next Golden Kite, which is Norwegian Ship Under Sail. It's the small edition. As I told you last time, a bit bigger than a mini from Heaven and Earth Designs, but smaller than a regular one. And I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So I did not finish this column over here, but I finished this one and moved into this one. This one is stitched on an 18 count 2/1 full cross. And this column is normally 1 stitch shorter, but I decided to do all 11 stitches that were left on the page. So after this column is done, I have a page finish. I'm really close, but I couldn't do any more. It's full cross. It takes a bit longer than 10 stitch. So yeah, that's just what happens. But down here, there will actually be some of the ship. I think about 5 stitches into the beginning of the sail, right here. This part is still on this page. It's super tiny, but it is at least some of the ship. So that's super cool, and I can't wait. The needleminder is from Denka Design as well. And all the shops, all the charts I'm showing will be linked below in the description box. So yeah. And I can't wait to actually finish the page, so this one will come out again. Yeah. So happy, really happy. And when this page is done, I will move to this one down here into the background, just to save myself from confetti and keep the best for last. So to wait a bit more until I'm actually into the ship and into the interesting part of the design. Yeah, and yesterday was another day for my focus piece. So that's what I stitched on. So 3 days into my focus piece, and my focus piece is of course Mini Winter Rose by Having Enough Designs. Artwork is by Rachel Anderson, and I showed a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So since you last saw it, I think I finished the column I was presently in and started on the next one. Yesterday was not a good day for stitching. I had a bad headache, I had to work, so I only get about 300 stitches in, not my 600 intended to. But nevertheless, I got some good progress, and next I will move down, further down the column. When this column is done, this left part of a background next to her dress will be done, and I will actually only be in her dress for the second part of the column, or of the diagonal. So yeah, she stitched on a 28 count 2/110 stitch, and she's looking gorgeous. I still have to fill in some bit of cranny in her arm, but I'm waiting until I'm finished with her hand, because then I can just completely finish the cranny. There, I think, thanks to Pattern Keeper, I actually know it, 37 stitches of cranny left. So yeah, that will be next. I bring the diagonal a bit closer. I finished off this rose down here, and as I said, close to finishing off the background left to her. And yeah, slowly but surely moving into her hand and those branches on the right. So yeah, that's her, beautiful as ever, and I'm going to continue stitching on her till she's done. Hopefully every third day, which should, I did not do the math completely, I'm just guessing, that should get her done in like 3 months, which would be amazing. That would be really amazing. She has her birthday in June, I think tomorrow, if I'm correct. So I might take a 3-day rotation on her for her birthday, so 2-day rotation on her, and then the day for her anyways, because it's my focus piece. So 3 days on her, and then moving back to something else. Today, I'm going to stitch on Norwegian Ship and the Sail that I just showed you to finish off the column. If I have some time left, it's my non-full coverage day, so I have to stitch on, or I want to stitch on something else as well. But if I have some time left, I'm going to stitch on Mini Winter Rose, because yesterday I did not get my 630 stitches in. I only got about 300. So it would be nice to get about 300 or 400 more. So those 2 projects will be today. As I said, tomorrow, the 2-day rotation that's going to start tomorrow will be Mini Winter Rose, because she has her birthday tomorrow. And then the focus piece again will be Needleminter Rose. The next 2-day rotation will probably be Colorated Mountains, just to finish up the page. And then it's Monday already again. If I decide against Colorated Mountains, it will be one of my other full coverage pieces that I have not yet stitched on after Stitchmania. So there are a lot of them that I can choose from, but I have one in mind. I don't have the cover picture here, and I probably just go back to Colorated Mountains because I want to finish the page. So I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but yeah, that's kind of the plan. It's not set in stone. I might change my opinion just because I feel like it and feel like stitching on something else, but that's kind of the plan. So yeah, that's it. I've shown you everything. I told you what I'm planning to do. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful week until we see each other next Monday. That's the plan, at least. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful time and see you next time. Bye.